Hello, everybody. Good evening and good morning because it's 7 p.m. here in India, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be around 6:30 a.m. in most of the parts of the world, around 6, like early morning. So I've just posted some stories regarding my smudging, and I'm really feeling so amazing and energetic after my Sunday smudging ritual. And it's always a very different feeling, a very uplifting feeling, also very calming feeling at the same moment. I feel way too energized and calm both at the same moment after my smudging sessions. And this time I've just used, I've actually mixed my previous sage and other herb stock and the ones that I had received. Um I do see that there is, a, there is a very beautiful aroma which the Indian sage has. And when I combined it with the Californian sage, it just kind of did some magic. I don't know what, or maybe it was just me because it's Sunday and I'm like also relaxed. That's why I'm feeling all the magic. But I kind of liked it. So I actually used a very unique concoction. Actually, I just used almost everything which I had in my kitchen. So they say, right, kitchen witch. So I used a lot of spices. I used star anise. I used the Ceylon cinnamon rolls. Which is actually the sticks, but they're rolled. And I used cloves. I used red and white peppercorns, and then I used rosemary. I used the sage, the Californian Indian sage, and then I used some uh, lavender buds, the dry lavender, Indian lavender. Then I used hibiscus, again Indian hibiscus. Um, I also used frankincense and agarwood, a little bit of a very small, like a tiny little piece of agarwood. That's it. So that's it. I guess I use 1/4, like a really really tiny little piece of a coffee bean, simply because I believe coffee has a lot of healing properties. Like, I personally believe in that. So cleansing, healing properties kind of a thing. So I use that. And that's about it. And my smudging was done. And I did my own very little prayer that I do for smudging. And I just smudged my entire house. I kind of cleansed myself as well, my aura. And then the ashes remains of, at the end of the smudging session. I use those ashes to mix it with the Himalayan pink salt, which is the uh, unfiltered raw version of Himalayan pink salt. It is derived from the Himalayan pink rock, and then they just mull it, like they hand mull it. And these are granules, which are like crystal like granules that really look beautiful. The color is amazing, and it has plenty of healing properties and qualities. And I use this ash to mix along with this, with the Himalayan pink salt. And I mix it and I keep it. I have, just for my, though it's smelling amazing, but just, I just like to play around with a little bit of fragrance and all. So I just poured a few drops of uh, lavender essential oil, and that's about it. And very very, like, really really few drops of oil, essential oil. And that's about it. And I just kept it in a glass jar, an airtight glass container. And I'll use it for various purposes. Maybe I can use it for my cleansing rituals. I can use it for protection. Actually, you can sprinkle around your bed. I usually do that. I sprinkle either either see the white sea salt crystals. I bring the crystals mostly, and I just mull it at home, or I will just bring, like, big chunks like the granules, not the fine refined version of it. I do not use table salt for any of my cleansing purposes because those are mostly fine refined. So I use the salt during, I said, for my rituals, for my healings, for my readings. I just cleanse my area. I use this salt for sprinkling, around me, making a circle out of it and sprinkle into the space. And then I also use it while I'm going off to sleep, just for the protection. The day I'm feeling a little vulnerable, I'll just, or maybe the day I've done some really intense reading or a healing, I might feel a little vulnerable. I'll just sprinkle it around me, like creating a protective circle for myself, and that no one really dares to enter. So the reason and the idea behind using these ashes and mixing them up with the Himalayan pink salt is simply to make the black salt, or the holy salt as I call it. The idea is because we already have the intentions. So sorry for that sound if you heard. It was honking. And today the festivals have actually started. So that's about it. There's going to be a lot of crackers and there's going to be a lot of honking. Irrespective, we'll cancel it. That's why I'm using this noise cancellation headset. So I hope it works. I hope it's working. So yeah, the idea behind it is simply because the ash is actually derived from the sage, or from the the things that you have actually used for smudging. It has the intentions of smudging, like it has the intentions of cleansing, healing, energizing, purification. So it actually it still has the intention. So we do not believe in uh, we do not believe in discarding all these things, right? So I believe in reusing it, and I just thought, why not? And moreover, it's not my own idea, by the way. So this is something that I had also learned online, and with a couple of people who had been doing this, who had been following this kind of a ritual. They just do the DIY, and also online on Instagram, I guess, or maybe on Facebook somewhere, or maybe on Pinterest, I guess I've seen the similar post. And I was like, oh wow, I have already been doing it for so many years now. So so it's a very, very interesting and a helpful method of actually having all your things together. And your cleansing salt is already just after a smudging session. So it's just uh, an easy kind of a DIY, a very easy DIY, and you just can use it for both the purposes. After the cleansing, after the smudging is done, you can just use it for your other cleansing rituals, mixing it with the salt. So that's about it. And I sit up because I got work in the morning, and I have to prepare myself mentally for various things, because the same, my professional space actually is, uh, I don't know, there's something really wrong with people out there lately. So I try to stay away from negative auras. And actually with me it works like, once detached is actually, it just doesn't kind of make any sense for me to reattach myself. I do not believe in attachment after detachment. Wow, I've actually written a beautiful uh, you know um, lineage like blogs on detachment. So I'm gonna do this once again, like with a fresh note. Attachment after detachment, something like that. I'll do it. Yeah, it's now there in my head. I'm gonna sit down someday soon, and I'm just gonna chalk my points out. Anyways, take care, everybody. Whoever is gonna watch me after I post it in my Instagram story, uh, take care, and let me know if you've used this tip and has it worked for you and stuff like that. And I'm also gonna have I've actually already I've made my YouTube channel yesterday, and I've posted my 51 minutes long first YouTube video, which is like, I'm sure no one's gonna watch it for 51 minutes, but it's okay. I had to do it, I did it. So I'm gonna post this video also on YouTube, and just in case, for my reference and FYI, I gotta be all everywhere. I'm there on Pinterest, I'm there on Instagram, I'm there on Facebook, I'm there on WordPress, I'm there on Twitter. Why not YouTube? So let's conquer the world. Let's conquer the social space and reach out to as many people as I can organically. Thumbs up to everyone. Take care. Bye bye. See ya. Okay, I gotta end this.